Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out this video. So today we are going to be comparing the iPhone 11 Pro Max versus a professional camera, which is the Fuji XT2. And I'll be shooting in portrait mode. That way we can check the difference and see if you can even tell the difference between a professional camera and your mobile phone. So I'll roll the intro, make sure you follow along. I'll have some behind the scenes, and then we'll compare the two in Lightroom. Okay, everyone, so right now we are back at my home. We're a couple days later after the shoot, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to compare the iPhone 11 Pro Max photos with the Fuji XT2 photos, and I'm going to apply the same preset onto both of them, and then we'll take a look at both photos and basically compare the two and see if you can really tell a difference between using a phone and using a professional mirrorless camera. And we'll go from there. And I do apologize really quickly. The zoom is kind of weird between us, but it's the only lens I have. So we're just going to have to deal with it, and we'll get right into taking a look at both of these photos. So right now, this is the iPhone photo with my 2020 New Tone preset applied to it. And then I'm just going to find the same photo but taken on the Fuji XT2. And I'm just going to apply the same preset. And for some reason I have some gradients saved in there, so I'm just going to remove those. Alright, so I'm just going to darken the iPhone photo just a little bit so we can get it to match with the Fuji photo. Okay, so I'm just going to leave both of these photos just like how they are, and then we're just going to compare the two, and then that way we can see if there's a massive difference. Okay, everyone, so right now I have the first kind of series of the two photos in this film strip here. So I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max photo on the left hand side, and then I have the Fuji XT2 photo on the right hand side. When I was taking these photos, I did my best to try to match the depth of field and the distance between the camera and the subject. So on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I used portrait mode and then the 2x setting. That way it kind of matched a 50mm lens. And then on the Fuji XT2, I have the 35mm f2 lens, but since it's a crop sensor, it's basically equaling like 50mm or whatever technical distance you want to say, but it's basically like a 50mm lens. So if we take a look at the iPhone camera here, and then if we take a look at the Fuji, obviously there's a massive difference when it comes to quality. I do have green like added to my photo. But there's still a huge difference from a quality standpoint when you're zooming in and like pixel peeping and all that stuff. But there's not a massive difference. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go back to this iPhone photo, and I'm just going to warm it up a tad. Okay, so looking at the two photos and comparing them, you can't really tell. You can't really tell. You always know that iPhone photos are going to be a little bit sharper, but there's not really a massive difference between the two. The Fuji XT2 photo is a little bit softer, like around the in the tree and around the edges. And you can tell on the Fuji camera there's shallow depth of field with the tree sitting in front of the lens, but on the iPhone camera it couldn't do the same. So it couldn't differentiate that how to create that shallow depth of field with an item being right in front of the camera, which is kind of interesting, but yeah, you can't really tell. So I'm actually super satisfied with the quality of the iPhone 11 Pro Max cameras. They're actually really good, and I would highly suggest playing around with them, especially when using the portrait mode. So yeah, that's basically the test. I just wanted to do a quick video kind of comparing an iPhone photo with a professional camera photo. Again, I'm super happy with the way they came out and the quality of the iPhone photo. Obviously, I would still prefer my photo that came from my Fuji XT2, but if I was like in the moment just taking photos, I only had my iPhone, I would more than likely keep that photo and probably post it on like my social media, especially since you can use the Lightroom app. You can take the photo with your phone, put it in Lightroom, use your presets, and then basically edit it, and nobody would really be able to tell the difference if you're looking on a phone compared to like looking on a computer or blowing it up in print or something. So if you're just using social media, you really can't tell a huge difference between the two photos. But yeah, so that basically wraps up everything. I think they turned out really good, and I'm very happy with the iPhone photo. So hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed this super quick kind of comparison, and I just wanted to provide something a little bit different than my typical videos. But yeah, stay tuned for next week, and make sure you do like and subscribe this video. That way you guys can help me get to 100 subscribers. I'm almost there, and then I can have my custom URL, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next week. All right, peace.